Hi everyone, we are going live talking about our podcast launch. Happily yes, so stay tuned and come hang out with us.
I know. The energy's intense right now.
As I finish my
Now
cookie.
we're live. As you finish your cookie.
Yeah, all close to you.
Hi.
Smell the name, girl.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Whoa, this is wild. We're like mirrored here. We're live on so many different devices right now.
Oh, where to look?
This general area.
Welcome. Hi, everyone.
Welcome.
So, I don't know if you got the announcement, but we are launching a podcast. And it is called Happily Yes. And I know, I'm feeling it. And we wanted to come live tonight. We wanted to just give you a little taste test and preview. And make a big, bold ask at the end. Because we're totally open to receiving. And so come and join us.
Yes, hang out. Come on.
Oh, I was telling you guys a story. So this is what we were going to tell in the last thing that we were just recording.
Right.
And we continue on.
Of course.
So when you listen to the recording of our first official podcast, you're going to hear the beginning of this story. But I'm ADD, so you're going to get it here because things aren't linear. Woo. I had a really interesting night the other night. We were out, Kala and I, and Jasmine, and I've been tapping back into myself. I've been opening back up to the truth of me, and I've been removing things that are not true to me and are not working any longer, and I've been rediscovering myself. And there's been this profound inner child healing thing that has been happening, and I've been explaining it almost as like a blooming, like a petals unfolding. And so the other night we were out, and I was dancing, but just by myself, and I had this necklace on that I have been wearing pretty faithfully for the last year and a half or so. And I loved this necklace. It was peridot in the middle and copper around it. And it was hand wired and twisted, and then it was on a leather band. And I'm sitting there at the table, and I feel this pop of energy within my being, like, like, oh, there I am. I can breathe again. And at the same time, I felt the necklace go. And this center thing fell out of the wire wrapping, like started to pop out. And I looked at it and I was like, what's happening? And then it fell out in my hand. And then the feather fell completely off the necklace that was next to it. And I had these 3 pieces of necklace and this leather strap around my neck. And y'all were having a moment at the same moment that I think was pretty profound.
Yeah.
But it was like, it felt like someone had come in and flipped the master switch on me. And it was such a sign of like, my energy has shifted such that this thing that I have been carrying around, it's done now. It's completely done. It's over, it's done. And a new me can now emerge. So I wanted to pop on and I wanted to say that. And I wanted to give just a quick premise of this podcast that we're launching. Number 1, we believe in saying happily yes to your life. And we also believe in connecting in community and sharing our stories and sharing our experience and sharing our breakthroughs. Number 1, I think that we're living in a time where there's a lot of misinformation and disconnection, and what our hearts are really craving is authentic connection. So come hang out with us. Number 2, I think that this period of isolation has really made people feel even more alone than they already did.
Mm-hmm.
And we can do something about that.
Yeah, we can.
Definitely. And it all starts with my story matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And literally with every single story that we speak of and that we share, we inspire and we interconnect that web even more. And it's through sisterhood, it's through community, it's through building from each other's experiences that we allow to bring in this new way of living, this new way of life, our dreams that we've always wanted to co-create.
That are happening
Yeah.
real time as we speak.
Happily, yes, to new relationship paradigms and new community and just new ways of being and cultivating.
Yes.
Hi, Jared.
New loving presences in our lives, new sacred bonds.
In the transformation of relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And how they can become multidimensional and multifaceted just as we are as beings.
Yeah.
It's no longer just husband and wife or brother and sister. You know, it's the blending of it all.
Of it all. Yeah. And really honoring that things can shift and things can morph, and you, like, truly why we're here is to be the fullest essence of who we are, the fullest expression of ourselves, and to really truly enjoy this time and this existence, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
By documenting it too. We're totally in that age of information where our information matters, like my story matters, my message matters.
Yep.
Turning my mess into my message.
Exactly.
Matters.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
why does it matter? Well, because we're seeing history literally be rewritten before our eyes. So why does your story matter? Because it is time to bring back the oral history, her story, storytellers. It's time to bring that back and to begin to pass our wisdom through the generations. Again, it's something that we've lost, and it's a root of human culture and human connection and well-being.
Yes, for sure. And as we share our stories, we give permission for others to share theirs, and we integrate and entangle our experiences and our lessons, and we can learn from each other. And that just helps the whole grow, the whole collective. As we're learning and growing together, we're just ascending into a bigger unit of oneness.
And that's exactly what our podcast is about, but we're able to do this in a way where it's going to be private, on a private platform where we're able to be completely ourselves, because Facebook and all of these things have so many guidelines. Like, we tell the truth, you guys. We'll be banned like that the second we actually start really chatting. Seriously.
So
this is the tip of the iceberg.
Like, everybody wants to know what's all weird in these heads of ours. Like, this
you need to come find our podcast. So here's how it's gonna work. Number 1, we're video recording everything. And if you are a subscriber to our podcast, you'll get to see the vlog part. Like us being our goofy weird selves.
in fun outfits.
I mean, always. Like black. Always.
And unicorns.
We are going to have a vlog subscription, so you can actually see our faces. You can see what we're up to. Our ultimate goal, by the way, we want to have this done by like next week, if possible, because let's get rolling here. We have stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
We want a 360-degree camera to put on top of her Expedition, so we can all ride around with plenty of space with the audio equipment to be able to record our podcast. And then as we're driving, you will literally get to go explore the most magical place on earth. We literally live in heaven on earth. We want to take you for a ride with us, because that's when the biggest downloads come in, the biggest epiphanies happen. Plus, it's amazing. So come along for the ride. We would like that, and we'd like to each have a mic, and a headset, so everybody can hear us and we can hear each other, as well as eventually cameras, so you can see our faces while we're driving. I've had some crazy channeling stuff coming through recently. I know that all of us are really coming online in a new way, and there's a message that wants to be heard. And like they just said, King Zuckerberg does not support the truth or positive energy or healing or well-being. So we're gonna have to take this elsewhere, guys. But you will be able to subscribe to our podcast. Hi, everyone. Scott Davis. We're talking about the podcast, sir. Now you know.
It's on.
Like, just come ride with us in the car, and then you can record the podcast and just hang out with us, and then that all will be gravy.
Be like the fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want that job?
Seriously, who wouldn't? Okay, so Scott Davis, get up to Montana because we need someone to roll with us and record our podcast that we're talking about right now. But yeah, you'll be able to subscribe. The podcast itself, just the vocals, will be free. We really want to spread this information, the unedited stuff. If you want to see us in person, you'll subscribe to that.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. And be on the lookout within this week to get all of that information on how you can connect with us and how you can go ahead and subscribe and support us and help the community grow and thrive and expand. Because seriously, with all of our dreams combined, will only build in more traction a lot more quicker, and the timeline just to be a lot more
dissolves.
Because this is what we're realizing. The more of us come together and the more of us like speak our truth and share what we're up to and who we are and what we're choosing to create, we're like the same wavelength.
always. Yeah.
All creating the same thing. And so when we come together, we collaborate, we contribute. Like, this is the new energy. It's not competition, it's contribution.
Contribution.
And so how can we figure out what's my piece in the puzzle, and then how does the puzzle fit together, and then we all get to have right what we're desiring.
And even if Montana is not the place for you personally, that's okay. You
pop
can
them
still
all over.
join
Join
us
the community,
and we will teach you these techniques, things, trips, all of it. All of it. We'll teach you by talking. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, most of it's not going to come through talking. It's going to come through code, but that's okay.
Yes. And also, too, now that I think about it, redistribution equals contribution.
Yes.
And contribution equals redistribution.
Yes.
Because we are really the ones who become the whole shift in the masses. We are the leaders. So in order for that to happen, we all need to contribute together. So that's how it happens.
100%.
Okay, as my thought is coming back to me, because it totally eluded me for a second. Blame the medicine. Even if you feel like Montana isn't the place where you want to personally build your own community, that's okay. Come along with us for the ride. Allow us to be the example so that you can go off in your own space and co-create in your community with your soul tribe.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so Scott's totally all in. Awesome. I figured you would be. It'll be a great time.
Hey there.
Hey Cassie. Pam, how can I help? I'm all in. You know what? Here it is. Hashtag my story matters.
Yes.
Okay, can I tell you how you can help? Hashtag my story matters, and then hashtag happily yes. Okay, look, because this is the new paradigm that we're ushering in. It is heart-centered, guided by yourself, trusting your own internal GPS, listening to the pull of your heart. Happily yes. I'm saying happily yes. I'm saying happily yes to something new, something I've maybe never experienced before, something brilliant, something beyond. Okay, and this is how we tap into creating the new. So just begin to follow the energy of things that feel like a happy yes. A happy yes. Right?
Fuck yes.
Aw, that seems okay. I don't want okay. If it's not a fuck yes, we gotta go.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Really.
Seriously.
It'll change your life. Like, that one thing will change your life.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, happily yes is our podcast. Our podcast.
Podcast. We might just pop up where you are.
Blame the medicine.
You never know.
And you know what? We don't believe in planning things because being in flow is really the state to be. Being receptive, being an allowance. And what we really, really love is that when we get together, the energy just gets flowing. and all of these I've mentioned tapestry a couple times tonight, but it's literally like a picture, a weaving that's coming together, that's making something whole and cohesive. And we're so excited that we get to bring four of us, each with our own magic and our own genius and our own energy. Because you guys, if you were in our presence, even through video, even through energetically like this, hold on, your life is about to change.
Oh yes. With us four witches, man, you have no idea how much stuff we stir up around here.
Stirring over there. Oh, look at her stirring.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Hang out in our energy long enough. Say happily yes. Say yes to the things that make you happy. Say no to the things that don't. And keep doing that, and you literally will have a whole new reality faster than. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's all about the yes.
Awesome. Well, much love to everybody. We're at 15 minutes, so we're not going to go much longer.
Thanks for joining us.
And stay tuned and subscribe to our podcast.
We hope to see you soon.
Because contribution is redistribution.
Much love, everybody.
Bye.